Well, ladies and gentlemen, it is finally the first big interview tonight for Kamala Harris. It's only been 36 days, I think. You would think if you're someone like Kamala Harris, you would want to get out and explain and talk to people and talk to the voters and get tough questions. But of course, her handlers are saying, no, don't do that. It's Brat Summer. We'll get you elected. You don't have to say anything. But now they're forcing her out. Even Democrats were like, all right, this is getting ridiculous, honey. You need to come out and do an interview. So she goes out and she's doing the CNN interview with the butt buddy Walls, who, I mean, this what CNN does is what all these networks do. If they've got a big interview that's pre-recorded, they'll release 2 or 3 clips. So she does the interview. She has to be with Walls. Democrats are gaslighting, saying this is totally normal. I saw S.E. Cup, the CNN personality, say, "Oh, this is how it always works. You've got the VP and the candidate, the actual presidential candidate, doing interviews together." We all know that's total gaslighting. We've been asking this woman to do an interview for over a month now, and then she says, "Oh, I'll agree to one, but Timmy Walls has to be next to me. He's gonna fake cry and make it look more realistic." And apparently, I mean, you've got this report. This interview did not go well. CNN will not release the Harris interview transcript at request of the Harris campaign. Kamala Harris insisted that Tim Walz join her for her first interview as the Democratic presidential nominee, which was hosted by Dana Bash. Reports suggest that the interview did not go well and was cut short, only lasting 18 minutes. CNN plans to air a short version of the interview and will not release the full transcript. So if this is true, and this is just a report, we'll have to see if this gets confirmed and it actually is true or false. But if this is true, this is absolutely ridiculous. We finally get an interview. She's got to be accompanied by Walls. By the way, you look at the interview, she does not look good in the clips that we've seen. She looks totally lost. She looks just out of it. And there's Walls, like the emotional support animal, right next to her, like a little gerbil. It's so weird. Let's take a look at this. You've got the Trump war room coming out and saying, this is what Harris said, my values have not changed, because this is a big thing where people are asking, all right, she's doing all these 180s on every topic, or I guess she's not doing it, her aides are doing it. They're saying, no, she's changed her position on this, she's changed her position on that. She actually hasn't said anything. Well, now she said something. She says, my values have not changed. That's a very key statement for a lot of independent people, because understand, her values are very far left. According to AI, her values go in between socialism and communism. So for her to say her values have not changed, that is a death blow to her chances. She confirms she's still her radical left self who supports decriminalizing illegal immigration along with the Green New Deal. Yeah, she came out in support again of the Green New Deal, kind of a weird thing, saying, oh yeah, climate change is real. Well, yes, that the climate is always changing. That's not the question. The question is, how much do we impact, and especially the United States compared to other countries, because China impacts it far more than the United States, but they never want to talk about that. And there's never any solutions. It's like, just build a massive solar panel farm in Arizona. I mean, Arizona gets the most sun hours out of any place in the United States, or in the world, actually, in the world, but they don't want to do it. So all of this stuff, she's saying, I'm still radical left. I'm still a socialist, just like in 2019 when I was voted the farthest left person, according to just a random bipartisan site. It was like YouGov said she's the most left person we have in politics right now. So this is huge stuff. And again, this is just, it's patently absurd. I don't understand how many teeth do we have to pull to get this woman to do a live actual interview? I know people are saying, oh, the goalposts are moving, but it's just, is it really that hard? I mean, you had Trump do back to back in the span of 2 weeks, 2 press conferences where he took like 20 questions. Each time was an hour and a half each time. And she won't even do an interview by herself. Not only that, it's pre-recorded. Not only that, she's got Walls by her side. Not only that, the campaign demands that they cut out certain parts of it. And it was only 18 minutes, so it was short anyways. That's very normal, considering her speech was only 30 minutes at the DNC. Trump spoke for an hour and a half. Walls was like 12 minutes. He could barely get through it. Vance spoke for like 35, 40 minutes. This is pretty par for the course when it comes to them. But this was seriously 18 minutes, and they're cutting it down from there. So what is this going to be, from 9 o'clock to 9:15? If this is correct, they're airing it at 8 o'clock Central Time, so 9 Eastern tonight, which is the prime time when it comes to when they're going to air it. And just according to all the recent polls we've seen, Trump's gotten all the momentum back, the debate happening. They try and change the rules. It doesn't happen. ABC says no. They stand up. Apparently, at least how it was reported, was that ABC told the Harris campaign, we've bent over backwards for you enough already, honey. We're not changing the rules again. Okay, we've got it. You're the Democrats were the ones that wanted the mics muted when it was Biden versus Trump. Now they've gone back on it. Now they want, because they want her with her bitch, her boss bitch moment. I'm speaking. I'm speaking. That's what they wanted, and it's not happening. She gets denied it. They wanted the viral moment. And so now it's just based on policy. And this is when Trump, as long as he doesn't get suckered into things, because there are a few things like January 6th and abortion that aren't strong topics for Trump. But as long as he just focuses on the two biggest issues, which is immigration and the economy, along with inflation, it's like the economy, inflation all in one, and then immigration being the true number one, and then it's the economy, inflation. As long as he wins those topics, he will win the election. Of course, the election could be very close. If you're talking about 30K, 40K votes, it's very hard to predict things like that. But in general, the reports that are coming out about this, because normally, I mean, listen, say what you want about NBC. I think, was it NBC or ABC who did, I think it was NBC who did that Biden interview that was pre-recorded. I mean, Biden looked like a dummy in that. And I remember doing a video on it the night it was released. And it was just like, but this guy, I mean, they were still gaslighting us when Biden was doing those interviews. You guys remember that, like in June, like late June, I started doing these videos where I had the face cam and I would react to stuff. And that was when like people, they were like, oh, Biden is fine. It was like right before the debate, and then the debate happens. And then Biden's forced to do all these interviews. He has to do like 3 interviews a week because everyone wants him to drop out, including Democrats. And they were still trying to gaslight. And even you've got Stephanopoulos saying, Joe, this is ridiculous, man. You got to be done. Remember they asked Stephanopoulos when he was like running in New York City, he's sweating. They're like, what do you think? And then he's like, I think he needs to step down. And then Stephanopoulos apologized for it. But this is ridiculous. I mean, I thought it was going to be totally different with Harris. I thought they were thinking, all right, we'll get a clean start. She's younger. She's going to face the media. She's going to face everyone. And she's going to really go. But instead, it was all fake hype. And they've lost the momentum when it comes to the fake hype. It's all ran out. And now they're stuck in mud. And so now she's doing this interview. This might be the only one. I know she was talking about doing possibly a Fox News interview. I'll believe it when I see it, because some Fox reporter asked her and she was like, we're planning it, or it's going to happen at some point. And of course, I'm sure liberals are like, listen, it would probably do you well, considering all these conservatives are saying you're not doing anything, to shut them up and actually do an interview in a hostile environment. I mean, Trump just did a debate on CNN. Trump goes everywhere. And I mean, look at Trump doing the podcast with Theo Vaughn, Lex Freeman. You've also got possibly him doing Rogan at some point. Compared to what she's doing, she can't even get through an 18-minute pre-recorded CNN, interview with Waltz by her side. They have to cut out segments. That's what it's being reported. We'll see. I'm sure CNN. This would surprise me if CNN actually cut this out, because you could say, well, they're liberal and they're biased, but normally like CNN or whoever, they normally will air the entire thing. I'm being honest, because they still want to see it unbiased, and this is like a big thing for them to get this. So I think we'll have to see what ends up happening. But if it is only 18 minutes or even less than that, if they cut segments out like this report is insinuating, that's going to be a very bad look. But either way, guys, that is going to do it for this video. Make sure you follow me on X. Link to that's always in the description.